We haven't got forward well. We've defended well, but once we get the other parts of our game going, then this will be an interesting game, I tell you.
Thank you, Laurie.
The hard man to please. He's not the only cup skeleton in Liverpool's closet. Laurie Sanchez. Crystal Palace beat them in an FA Cup semi-final here in 1990. Middlesbrough have beaten them in a League Cup semi since, whilst they were a First Division team. And the mention of Bristol City, Peterborough, Watford, Swansea will cause Liverpool fans of different ages to wince. They will be hoping against hope that Wycombe don't add their name to that list, but they're starting on the front foot here with a cross from Brown, comfortably dealt with by Sander Vestergaard. Headed by Cousins. McAllister, Fowler, now Ziege. Ran into Bullman, but Harman with a really good pass. Carragher. Liverpool now attacking the goal behind which their travelling supporters are encamped. Ziege looking to wind up a long one.
Let's go start again from Wycombe. You know, they're going to start this half the way they started the match. Nothing away. The absolute Scrooges, and don't encourage Liverpool at all.
It's Carragher with the throw in towards Ziege, dealt with by Bates, and as far as Harman. Here's Sami Hyypiä, looking for some width on the opposite side from Marcus Barber. McAllister is on the way outside of it. Cleverly played. Barber to McAllister. Header away this time by Simpson, struck on the volley by Harman, still rising.
But that was a movement. I'm surprised Liverpool didn't do that more in the first half. They did it early on in the first half, but they doubled up on Wycombe. Same combination, Babel and McAllister almost produced a goal. They've just done it again, but there was a lack of doing that throughout the first half.
Well, we all know that television football commentators know nothing at all about football, but Alan Parry, a colleague of mine with Sky Sports, is actually a director of Wycombe Wanderers Football Club.
I would be very interested to hear his comments about that alleged penalty incident, because he does have some sort of a down on referees done it in.
He's an upstanding soul and an absolute neutral, don't you worry. Liverpool were his boyhood team, actually. Bates. Brown. Brought down by Harman. McCarthy is the only one of the three defenders who's gone forward here. Neither of them, Cousins, will take the free kick. It's in towards McCarthy. Turned away as far as Brown. Tackle was by Harman. Hit hopefully by Wycombe. Sanchez actually begins the three-game touchline ban tomorrow, courtesy of his touchline protest in the quarter-final. I think the Wycombe players have heard his raised voice recently. Their form hasn't been too good in the league. He didn't hang around for the press conference last Saturday. I think he feels as if his club have been rather distracted by this occasion, inevitably. Now only 4 points clear of the relegation zone.
I'm just looking at Nick Barmby again, Clive, there. I think he's coming off. He just tried to chase that ball, then he looked in great discomfort. And he's making his way towards the bench. You know, he's giving them the nod that they don't want to come off, but he looked to be having all sorts of problems.
Hasn't had an awful lot of football for Liverpool of late. Just 25 minutes prior to today since the quarter-final at Tranmere for Nick Barmby, but he's having a discussion with the bench and now a shake of the head, and both Steven Gerrard and Danny Murphy have been warming up. Throw in which Marcus Barber will take on that far side.
I'm sure the Liverpool manager wouldn't have to make the move he's doing, but it looks very much as if Gerrard's going to be the replacement.
Barwell towards McAllister. Away by Wycombe as far as Ziege. Breaks one challenge on the second. Brown got a foot on it and Cousins brings it away. Psychologically, it might not be a good idea for the Wycombe players to look at the Liverpool bench. It's a little bit awesome in strength. And here's Ryan. They're looking only at the task immediately before them. Carragher with a firm challenge on Rammel. Fowler unable to control. Liverpool throw.
Now, what you do psychologically, Laurie Sanchez will be saying, that's good, lads. We're getting one of their reserves on straight away.
Well, Barnby leaves us, and that reserve is none other than Steven Gerrard. He's actually started 7 of the last 8 Liverpool games, and an England international besides. His much publicised fitness problems are not hampering him too much at present.
He had an exceptional game against Man United, didn't he? Operating in that little right-hand spot where, although I'm sure he's going to operate today.
Gerrard's gone over to the right. His first pass finds Fowler. Now Carragher. Harman. On show. Here is Gerrard. Quickly into the flow of the game. Fowler has been dispossessed.
Doesn't look overawed with them coming in a game like this one.
No handball. Harman. Play behind Fowler and Cousins is there, and now Michael Simpson. Rammel taking over. This is Bullman. Has Townsend available outside of him. Up towards Ryan. Townsend. Sliced his cross. Hupia has to deal with it. McAllister. Brown was a touch late, but McAllister managed to unload, and here goes Marcus Barwell. Steven Gerrard. Tucked into Michael Owen. Now Barwell with a cross. Fowler's there. Might come here for Christian Ziege. Wouldn't come down for him. Bounced right up at head height for Ziege. It's an awkward ball to control.
Yeah, it was ugly the way it bounced, but full marks again. I think it's Ben Townsend. Didn't give him a minute's piece to pull the ball down and get a clear shot. Closed down very, very quickly.
Seems to be even more intensity about this second half, even more atmosphere inside Villa Park. Gerrard running into Wycombe. It is a Liverpool throw.
I think in a funny old way, you know, it's give the Liverpool fans, let's see, Gary McCann's gone out of play. In a funny old way, to give the Liverpool fans something to half-time thing. They all of a sudden realised that they've got a battle on.
Now look who's here. Roy Isando, who came from the substitutes bench to play his first 16 minutes of FA Cup football at Filbert Street in the quarter-final, and who scored the winning goal in the quarter-final. Headed by Hupia. Owen. Challenged by McCarthy. Ziege forward to McAllister. Harman managing to resist the attentions of Ryan. He's done well today, Didi Harman. Bates, though, for Wycombe. Growing in stature, particularly the second division team. Oof. Cousins sliding into Owen, and an inevitable yellow card is coming the way of Jason Cousins. He was reaching for the ball, but all he got was Michael Owen. And Des is absolutely right, by the way. The word intentional has been taken out of the laws of the game in the last couple of years. You either get it or you don't, and Cousins didn't get it. Here comes the change. It's Andy Rammel, the 34-year-old leading scorer, who will give way to the man whose agent saw an advertisement on teletext for a forward for injury-hit Wycombe Wanderers. This is the man who answered that advert and who wrote his name in the legend of this cup run. Header by Cousins. Clearance by Wycombe. Westerveld quickly off the box. What Isando does give Wycombe is a little bit more pace up front.
Yeah, that might be very important. Ryan's done quite well when he's had the ball. He's been nice and tidy when he's had possession. But they do need look as if they need an absolute outlet, and if he's got that much pace, then he'll do well for them.
Barber. Gerrard. Crossed in towards Owen, but Cousins managed to get his body between Owen and the ball.
They've done particularly well there when the ball's in wide areas, you know, the Wycombe 3 central defenders. They've managed to make sure they've always got bodies in there, and they're always picking up. The marking's been very good.
Headed by Kurkia. Barber. Gerrard providing a bit more thrust now for Liverpool, just unable to keep the ball in play. Came to him on the half volley and he couldn't quite bring it under his spell.
So I think Liverpool would be better if they had somebody, particularly on the left-hand side, be it Heskey or Berger, somebody could pick it up and carry the ball.
Owen though, on towards Gerrard. Three waiting in the centre for Gerrard's cross, which is hooked behind for a goal kick.
I mean, if you look at them, we know Owen can go off the ball. He's got lightning pace off the ball. Gerrard's got the ability to ghost past people. But I feel somebody that can isolate the right side and defend and get past him and produce balls from this side.
Has been one Premiership match played this afternoon. There's Phil Thompson, Gerard Houlier's assistant, who played in a couple of FA Cup finals for the club himself. Everton 3, Manchester City 1 is a final scoreline from Goodison Park this afternoon. Everton 3, Manchester City 1. Good news for Terry Venables in particular. It keeps Manchester City 4 points adrift of Middlesbrough, who play Sunderland in a Premiership game tomorrow night. Looks like 3 from 4 down there. Carragher to Fowler. Didn't quite run for Owen, but Fowler makes it his. Owen running into traffic, some fairly hefty challenges. Fowler trying to jab it on. It's Wycombe in possession with Brown. Up towards Isando. Liverpool felt that Owen got some rough treatment there.
I think what they're not doing, Wycombe, they're certainly paying no respect to the Liverpool big names. Every time the ball's around, when it's bouncing, bobbling, I was going to say there's a black and blue shirt diving in on the end of it. And make sure that Liverpool get little or no time when they're in the danger zones.
I think Owen and Fowler will belong to a black and blue. McAllister. Seager. Up towards Michael Owen. It's awkward angle for him to control the ball and take it in his stride. It was just dropping slightly behind him. McCarthy, offside, Keith Ryan. Another lovely story from Wycombe's past. Keith Ryan, he came to the club 10 years ago to watch his cousin play a trial match in the reserves and asked whether he could have a trial himself, and they took him on. Testimonial year this year for Keith Ryan, who was a carpet fitter when the club turned professional and admits that he had to take a drop in wages in order to go professional with Wycombe. Emil Heskey is